So go ahead and take a moment here to get settled in if you're not already. And so settling in means different things to different people. Settling in can be sitting down, it can be lying down, it can be standing, it can be doing a combination of many different things. You can even do an activity while you're settled in. So meditation can take on many different forms. And it can change from day to day. So, whatever feels good for you today, settle into that place and find a way to feel really comfortable there. So, if you're lying down, perhaps you want to just let your legs splay and let the feet relax out to the side or do whatever they do. And maybe bring the arms down by your side with the palms facing up in a receptive position, or perhaps placed on your low belly. So just find that comfortability for yourself. And as you're settling in, I'll invite you to also focus in on your breath. So bringing awareness to the breath, the place where we start and end all of our meditative journeys together, the thing that keeps us going, the breath, the heartbeat. And so becoming aware, just noticing the depth, the speed and the pace. And you don't have to do much. It's just an awareness. There's no, hey, I don't think I'm breathing right now, or maybe I need to make it deeper, or maybe I need to make the breaths longer. What you're doing right now is perfect. So just bring awareness to the breath. It might be nice to inhale through the nose and then sigh out the mouth as you continue settling in. So I'll invite you to take a nice inhale through the nose and then exhale it out the mouth, only if that feels okay for you. Again, take a deep inhale through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose, really fill up. Sigh it out through the mouth, really, really releasing, letting tension go. Anything that is unnecessary in this moment, we can just let that go and be present in the here and now. So if you find throughout this meditation that your thoughts are going back to what has already occurred, maybe see if you can let that go. And if you find that your thoughts are starting to wander to what hasn't happened yet, maybe see if you can let that go and simply be in the here and now. And if you'd like, I'll invite you into the imagination space and perhaps bring yourself to a place that feels really lovely for you, an outdoor space. So that might be a park, or that might be the beach, or some kind of wooded area, or even on a porch, say a wraparound porch, sitting on a swing, who knows? But whatever feels good for you, an outdoor area on a sunlit day. So place yourself in that spot. You might even be indoors next to a window with the sunlight shining through. You could do that too, but bring yourself to that place where there is warm sunlight shining through. And once you're there, look up at the sun, maybe just for a moment. I know it's not advised to look up at the sun, but I'm inviting you to do it just for a moment. And so you bring that sunlight into your eyes and you begin to embody that sunlight. So take a moment to do that wherever you may be. Embody that sunlight, those sun rays. And with that sunlight, those sun rays, we'll begin to take a journey around the body, placing the light and the rays throughout the body if you would like to. But if you don't want to, you can simply just be and bask within that light. But if you'd like to take that journey, then we'll begin by placing the sun rays at the center of the forehead, placing light there, brightness there, and letting it glow. And from the center of the forehead, place that light and those rays at the eyebrows, at the left eye and the right eye. placing the rays at the left ear and the right ear, letting it shine through. Then bringing the sunlight into the nostrils, the mouth, the upper lip, the lower lip. Placing sun inside of the mouth too, that might be kind of fun. And so illuminating the entire head with light that started at the forehead center, and maybe allowing that light to burst out through the crown of the head, bright light beaming, that is you. And then placing that light, that sunlight, into the throat center and letting it flow down to the left shoulder and the right shoulder. The right upper arm, the left upper arm. The left elbow, the right elbow, illuminated with the sunlight. The right forearm, the left forearm, the left wrist, the right wrist. And if you lost track of the flow, that's okay. Let the sunlight go where it may go. And now we're here at the right palm of the hand, the left palm of the hand. Left back of the hand, right back of the hand, and all of the digits, all of the fingers, sunlight shining through. And so now the face is illuminated, the arms are illuminated, the hands are illuminated with that sun that you brought in through your eyes that is now inside of your being. And then again, bring that sunlight into the center of the body. So bring it into the heart space and let it just beam out of you into the world. And take that sunlight to the navel center, to the pelvic center, and let it wash all throughout the internal organs, being awash with the sunlit rays. And noticing how that feels to embody the sun. What is that like? Hopefully it brings you a great deal of joy. And then bringing the sunlight into the lower limbs. So starting at the right hip and the left hip, the left upper leg, the right upper leg, the right kneecap and knee crease, and the left kneecap and knee crease, the left lower leg, the right lower leg, the right ankle, the left ankle. If you get lost, that's okay. Just fill your body with sunlight. The left heel, the right heel, the top of the right foot, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, sole of the right foot, and all of the toes awash with sun. And so now at this point, the whole body is a big beaming bright light of sun. How fun is that? From the crown and from the center of the forehead, all the way down through the arms, all the way in the center of the body, and all the way out through the soles and the toes. You are light, a light being. Maybe even feeling yourself feeling elevated by this light. What is that like? Take a moment here to exist as sunlight, embodying the sunlight. Inhaling that in and exhaling that out. And know that during these times of quietude, during these times of silence, that I'm still here. I'm simply holding space for your meditative practice and wherever it may take you in this moment. So again, we're embodying the light, sunlight that has now become you. Now living within this bright vibration, bringing your awareness to the breath once more, the breath that we started with that helped us to settle into the space that we are embodying and helped us to imagine the place that we are now in our visualization capabilities. And so now coming back to the breath, we're going to place the breath at 3 different spaces in the body. So we'll start at the navel center. And so as you're breathing, imagining the breath all coming from the navel center space. It is as if you are inhaling and exhaling from that space. Inhaling and exhaling from the navel. And as you do, I'll invite you to count down your inhalations and your exhalations. So this will sound something like this from the navel center. Inhaling from the navel, 1. Exhaling from the navel, 1. Inhaling from the navel, 2. Exhaling from the navel, 2. Inhaling from the navel, 3. Exhaling from the navel, 3. And so on. So you continue that count and take that count up to 10 or wherever you may be when we shift where our breath lands in the body. So for now, we're at the navel center space, counting to 10, each inhalation and each exhalation. If you get lost, that's okay. You can start again at 1. Now, wherever you are in your count, go ahead and let that go. And we're going to place that breath now at the heart center space. And so we move it from the navel up to the heart, and we will breathe from the heart. If you would like to, all of this is a suggestion. None of this is ever a requirement. So you take the journey in your own way. And so now here we have the breath at the heart center space. And so you will inhale from the heart, 1, exhaling from the heart, 2. Inhale to the heart, 1, exhaling from the heart, 2. I think I messed up the count, but you know where we are. And so you start with 1, and then you move to 2 and 3, and so on until you get to the number 10, or until we pause and move on to another space. So there's no rush, no worries, no hurries. If your count gets a little mixed up, a little mashed up, just like mine did, that's okay. You're human, and so take this journey in your own way, inhaling and exhaling from the heart center space, starting at 1 and making our way up to 10. Take the time. Now, wherever you are in your count, feel free to let that go. And now we will place that breath into the throat center. We'll place the breath at the throat center, and from there, inhaling and exhalation. And so bringing your imagination there, and we're still in that outdoor space, and the body is still representing the sunlight. So you're still embodying that. We're just simply focusing our awareness on the breath, but all of these things are present at once. And so now the breath is at the throat center space. And from there, you can inhale into the throat to 1 and exhale from the throat, 1. Inhale into the throat, 2. Exhale from the throat, 2. Inhale into the throat, 3. Exhale from the throat. So allow that to flow with your own pace, in your own way, maybe even envisioning the breath as it flows. and feeling the sensations in the throat center space and how that impacts the rest of your being. And if that doesn't feel okay for you, you can place the breath anywhere else you would like. You can place it at the nostrils, you can place it at the forehead, you could even place it at your elbows or your knees, wherever it feels fun for you to explore the breath. Place it there and continue to count in your own way. Take the next few moments of silence to do so. And when you are ready, wherever you are in your count, just let that go and simply be. At this point, there's no efforting, there's no doing, there's just being. And so with being, we'll allow the breath to simply flow through in the way that it wants to, the way that your body naturally breathes. Just be. Still encompassing that sunlight that is you in that environment that you chose. What is it like to simply be and relish in this moment? And then when you're ready with appreciation for this experience and wherever you have taken yourself in your imagination, begin to come back to this present space that you are occupying. So if you were at the beach or a wooded area or that wraparound porch outdoors, allowing the sun to become you, now you will slowly leave that space. Come back to where you presently are. And maybe your meditation took place where you presently are. Maybe you are lying down next to a window and the sun is shining through, and so you can remain in that space. But we're going to leave the imagination and come back to the reality, but taking that imaginary experience with us as we begin to enter back into the reality of today. So now returning again to your natural form of breath, if you would like the breath to move you into action, meaning if your body wants to move along with the breath, allow it to do so. So perhaps that might start with the limbs, the fingers, the toes, the arms, who knows? You may or may not want to start to wiggle a little bit. You may or may not want to start to flutter the eyelids and let in a little bit of natural light. And that natural light might look different since you just embodied the sun not too long ago. So maybe noticing what is different in your environment and what is different within you after having taken that lovely journey. And so if your eyes are closed, maybe flutter them open, come back into this space. As that concludes our journey for today, thank you all so much for being here.